Welcome to the Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash Spook Show. I'm Rui the Teenage Werewolf, and here's your hosts, Sleaze Grinder and Kelly Kapow.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. You know what we do.
Maybe you don't.
Maybe you don't. I'll explain it to you. Here on the Trailer Trash Spook Show, every week we show you highlights, not the whole thing.
Just a little teaser.
Little teaser, just the tip. We just give you the tip of the latest. That's my partner, Tony.
He doesn't give a shit about this show.
Tony Baloney. We give you a little teaser. We show you highlights from the latest horror trailers and previews, so you know what to put in your queue.
Or what not to.
Exactly, or what not to. We're going to talk about a motion picture called The Devil's Heist.
Sounds exciting.
After being released from prison, Ted, played by the great Brian Sapphire.
I don't know who Brian Sapphire is.
I don't know who he is.
Sounds like a porn star.
That's a great name. Brian Sapphire? How could you not be?
That's not a real name.
How could you not be meant for greatness when your name is Brian Sapphire? I hope he lives up to it. And anyway, Ted and his associates rob. You can see where the trouble starts. They rob the Coven National Bank.
Sounds like witches are involved.
Only after robbing the bank, the thieves discover the bank is owned by Lucifer, aka Satan.
What fucking rotten luck.
And all the bank employees are witches.
Whoa!
To add to the misery, the criminals find themselves in the wasteland, capital W, a forbidden outpost on the road to hell that is controlled by the Stonecutters, who are Lucifer's children and have their father's taste for painful retribution.
I'm willing to make you an offer.
We pay too great a price to keep his money from him.
Go!
How do you feel about banking?
So you can see what's going on here.
I see it.
So they're just normal bank robbers,
Right.
right?
They hit the wrong,
They
wrong joint.
The absolute wrong one. And then they end up in the wasteland, and now they got a lot to contend with.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. So, you saw the trailer? What'd you think?
I think it looks like it's a porn.
It
I think it looks terrible.
was obviously low budget. According to IMDb, it was $40,000,
Yeah.
which is pocket change, really. You can't, it's hard to do a lot with $40,000. But it seemed like they packed as much as they could into the $40,000.
They tried.
Right?
They're trying.
It looks very ambitious to me.
Yeah.
I like, they dress up like Santa for the heist. That's cool. Santa heist is cool.
Yeah.
And I like the witchy tattoo devil girls,
Of course you do.
right? That's cool. It reminds me of the movie from the 90s, Highway to Hell, which I know I've mentioned to you before, and you don't know what I'm talking about. But there was a movie, and it was called Highway to Hell. And a guy, he's on the highway,
He goes to hell.
and he ends up in hell somehow.
Good title.
And he gets chased around by the Hell Cop. It's a fun
Hell
movie.
Cop.
Yep. And Ben Stiller is in it, and his dad,
Watch that instead of this, maybe.
and Lita Ford from The Runaway. She's in Highway to Hell too.
Discover the warm, energetic, inventive, and friendly inhabitants of hell.
Can you tell me the quickest way to hell?
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Not to be confused with Highway to Heaven, which is a very popular television show back in the 80s, starring Michael Landon, who was, that's right, teenage werewolf, just like Rui. All ties
All
together.
comes full circle.
Devil's Heist. I don't know if it'll be good, but I think it'll be interesting. And it's available right now on Vimeo. What is Vimeo, you ask? It's kind of like YouTube.
Hey, guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for DoomTube.
DoomTube. Hey everybody, welcome to DoomTube. You know how it goes. Rouge shows me some weird fucking thing that he saw on YouTube and freaks me out.
Yep, and this week it's, a few weeks ago there was some problems in Salem, and it felt like, stepping onto the commuter rail felt just like this video, which is subway train on fire.
Is there anything that we need to know about this one before we see it?
I have literally no context for this video, so...
is the title is basically says it all.
Oh yeah.
Let's check out a little bit of Subway train
on fire.
On fire. Well, Rui, now that was a subway train on fire.
Oh, it sure was.
How is a subway train on fire it's still getting to its stops?
I guess they have some pretty strict schedules wherever that may be.
If you were late for work, subway train shows up and it's on fire. You still try to get in there, or what do you do?
I mean, maybe if I was on my third strike, sure, if you really need to get to work. I mean, it's obviously still functioning, so might as well.
Exactly. It was getting to where it was going.
Yeah, as long as it's not, your cart isn't on fire, you'll probably be off by the time it catches.
God, the subway is a nightmare.
Yup, and this was I think this is the modern equivalent of the river Styx.
There you go. That's this week's fucked up video from Nautical Rui.
Nautical Rui.
This was DoomTube. See you next week.
See you next week, unless you take the flaming train down to hell.
This one is called They Live Inside Us. Seeking inspiration for a new writing project, a man spends Halloween in a notorious haunted house. He soon realizes he's living in his own horror story. It's directed by Michael Baliff. He's best known for his award-winning anthology, The Witching Season.
The Witching Season, okay.
2018.
All right, yep.
It's a collection of short horror stories that aim to capture the spirit of the Halloween season.
All right.
Michael is also the co-founder of the Witching Season Films, a horror film production company that specializes in producing Halloween-themed content all year round.
This guy with the Halloween. Oh, boy.
I love it.
He just never stops with the goddamn Halloween.
You gotta have it all year round.
Do you ever get tired doing the same thing over and over and over?
This one has a strong going to Kelly's house vibe to me.
Yeah.
Pumpkin drink, pumpkin.
Yeah.
Right? It's got ghosts, it's got killer clowns.
Mm-hmm.
I like the vibe a lot. And I like the color palette.
Yeah. It's out now, so we can definitely see this.
It's out now. What are we waiting for?
I love Halloween horror movies, obviously.
Everybody,
I love
let's...
any movie that takes place on Halloween.
Let's all pile onto the couch and check out... What's it called?
It's called They Live Inside Us.
They Live Inside Us. What lives inside us? The ghosts?
I think so. Did you see? There's a really scary looking clown in this.
I hope the clown isn't living inside us. All right, everybody. Next trailer up is called Death of Me. Vacationing on an island off the coast of Thailand. You ever been there?
No.
Christine, played by Maggie Q, and Neil Oliver played by Luke Hemsworth, who I believe maybe is Thor's brother or Thor's cousin, something like that. I know the Hemsworth brothers, Australians, and one of them is Thor.
Oh.
So I think this might be the other one. Or maybe this is the one. I don't know. I never saw any superhero movies.
Yeah.
Do you watch superhero movies?
Not really.
Yeah. Awake, awake, hungover, and with no memory of the previous night. They find footage on Neil's camera and watch, horrified, as Neil appears to murder Christine on the footage.
Yeah.
The camera footage. With 24 hours until the next ferry and a typhoon threatening the island, Christine and Neil attempt to reconstruct the night's events to figure out what exactly is happening here.
And a typhoon.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Neil? What the?
See, what's on this video is impossible.
We watched you snap my neck.
We were dosed with something, given a strange drink.
Special gift for celebrated guests.
I was dead. How am I standing here?
You hallucination.
You were never meant to see what happened. Mommy, she knows.
For my travel companion and I, there's no hope of us ever leaving this island. We're about to die horrible deaths.
Neil?
Directed by Darren Lynn Bousman, who directed most of the Saw films. Have you seen the Saw films?
Yeah.
What do you think
Two
of
of
them?
them. They're fucking terrible.
Okay, so he directed most of those,
Oh.
but maybe he got
Wait.
better as he went along.
Yeah. No, he got worse as he went
Oh,
along.
did he?
Yeah.
Did he get worse as he
Yeah.
went along? Okay.
So this could be
Well,
anybody's game.
exactly. What did you think of the trailer?
It looks great. I
I-
thought it looked good. I thought it looked really exciting. It's pretty scary.
I like a good mystery, like you're trying to figure out what's happening, so
Yeah.
that's good. Although, if it turns out that they're both dead, then I'm fucking pissed.
They
'Cause
ha-
it's
I
too
mean,
much with that.
They kill each other in the movie, and then they wake up and watch it. So they're either dead or they fake their own murder or something.
Or, it could be like a time travel thing, or they're being duped into thinking it. You can obviously fake you got deep fakes. You know the deep fakes.
Yeah.
You can fake somebody's murder on video. So they could be getting, they could be getting sidewinded somehow,
Sidewinded.
right? They could be getting lantern jacked. They could be getting hoodwinked.
Okay.
As many cowboy terms as I can come up with. But anyway, so you don't know what's happening. So I think that's exciting. Also, it looks pretty good. And it also looks like a real movie.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah, it does.
Which, when you're a horror fan, you're dealing with a lot of camcorder movies. Right?
Yeah.
So many.
So many.
Occasionally, you get a real movie, and that's what this one looks like. Death of Me is, I think it's out now.
Oh, nice. It's out now.
It's out now.
Go watch it.
When I wrote this, it said to be released sometime this month, but I wrote it
A month ago.
a month ago, so I'm guessing it's out now. So that's good news. Hey, before we get to your next pick,
Yeah.
it's time for the massacre of the week. Chop. Welcome everybody to the massacre of the week. I'm Ken. Look,
Hey, I'm
Andy Excuse.
Yeah.
And we're a couple of old rock and rollers that like horror movies.
True.
And we wear black t-shirts. What
Isn't that great?
cliches. What relics.
Yeah, yeah. What limited imaginations?
Yeah, exactly. So every week we watch a massacre movie because, you know, horror provides us with many.
A plethora.
They're cheap and plentiful.
Oh, they are.
And
that's becoming so apparent.
And you know, we watch them. We let you know what we think. Maybe you want to check out a massacre movie. Maybe this will be the one.
Maybe.
It won't be, but maybe this will be the one. This week, we're going international. It's the Spanish Chainsaw Massacre. All right, it's from 2017. Let me just give you some highlights. There's a nip slip right away, which I appreciate, right out of the gate. Unfortunately, she gets her head bashed in with a rock right after. Cut to pretty bad metal band, right?
It's a matter of taste.
But they dress cool. Lots of mustaches and beer bellies.
It's old school.
And a heavily pregnant lead singer, which you don't see that on.
Not too often.
That's kind of a novelty. The band is being funded by a gangster who tells their manager he's sending them out on tour. This is the interesting part. Leaving from Logan Airport in Boston, where we are, and going to the Jess Franco Airport in Madrid. The airport in Madrid, I haven't been there.
I have.
I don't believe it's named after Jess Franco, is it?
Spoiler alert, God, Ken.
I would,
no, it's not. However,
I would be really tickled if it was.
Here's a little sop for your disappointment.
Yeah.
When you do fly to Madrid and you get off in the airport, the architecture and decor is so gorgeous and highly reminiscent of H.R. Giguere's Alien.
I cannot get through a Jess Franco movie.
They're awful.
Fucking Jess Franco, man.
I wish he was dead.
Cut to the title card. It's dripping blood. That's a good job. And obviously we're going for a retro grindhouse feel. So they're all in the van. We can assume they made it to Spain from Boston safely. One of the dudes jerks off in the front seat. That's a little crazy. Like, you've been in a band.
I have.
And you've been in a van with the band.
Yeah.
That would be unacceptable, right?
It depends on the band.
I guess it depends on the band.
I have never had that experience personally and wouldn't like to.
From the poster, I think the name of the band is the Metal Dicks.
The Metal Dicks.
Right?
En español.
They break down in a tiny village and meet a friendly innkeeper who's psyched about it. He says it's the most exciting thing to happen since the Butthole Surfers were in town.
That perked me up for a second. I said, wow, all right.
Yeah.
Will we be back during
You're like,
yeah.
These are my people.
Yes, I did.
You get the feeling when you're watching this that the people who created this come from the same cultural milieu. Is that how you say it?
Sure.
That you and I do.
Yes.
Although I wouldn't have made the same decisions.
Aging underground music types.
Yeah.
I would have made slightly different decisions myself, but vive la défense.
Anyway, long story short, one guy gets his dick bit off, and then
Only one?
And then the chick beats him to death with his bass guitar. Another guy shoots diarrhea right into another guy's face. Check. They tie a couple kids to a tree, cut them open, and have an intestine eating contest. Check. They rip the baby right out of the singer's belly and eat it for dessert. Another guy gets his dick ripped off and eaten. Lots of dick violence in this one.
Plenty.
All of this is happening because they are memorializing some massacre that happened in the town decades ago. Again, like 2000 Maniacs.
Every horror movie ever, something that happened decades ago and suddenly a massacre.
They don't really explain it very well.
Well, you know, that's all you need. What are you watching for? A complex story?
And my guess is they didn't worry too much about a coherent script.
No.
They were just having fun.
Yeah, it really looks like it too.
Around the 40-minute mark, because remember, the name of the movie is the Spanish Chainsaw Massacre. Around the 40-minute mark, a chainsaw finally shows up, and they dismember one of the band members in a bathtub. But it takes a while. For a movie called The Spanish Chainsaw Massacre, it certainly takes a while for the chainsaw to show up.
And if I could also add, they attempt to massacre a second victim with the same chainsaw.
Yeah.
And what happens? it quits. It
Well,
gives out.
right.
Because again,
Again.
they didn't properly maintain
I was going to
their
ask.
equipment.
I was going to ask how you felt about
Not
how
very
the
good. I
chainsaw
mean,
was.
they were pulled off the first massacre fairly well. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy died messily, and that's
Yeah.
if you're chainsaw massacre, that's how you want it.
Right.
They try and move on to the next victim. Is it really a massacre if you only get one motherfucker with a chainsaw? Because on the set they say, "Oh no, the chainsaw stopped working. It's kaput. It's dead. It's finished."
Yeah.
And that just if you had maybe wiped it off, maybe adjusted the chain like we were discussing earlier, but no.
Now, so that's the basic setup. Now, Spanish Chainsaw Massacre. Was it Spanish? Yes. Was it
Technically,
Was it a massacre? Yes. Lots of people died in it, obviously. We've outlined some of them for you. But was it a Spanish Chainsaw Massacre? No. One chainsaw for me.
I had some laughs. The Butthole Surfers reference. I'm going to give it 2.5.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Well, we're going to even it out. 2 chainsaws.
Thank you, guys. We could go 1.75, but that's difficult to render.
for the Spanish Chainsaw Massacre, out now on DVD, and you can also watch it. You can stream it on Tubi and other places. There you go, everybody. That's the Massacre of the Week this week. We'll have another one next week, and until then, make sure your chainsaw's on tight. What do we got? What do we got next?
We have Let's Scare Julie.
I think we've had this conversation before about this film title, Let's Scare Julie.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any Julies to scare between us.
No, we should get a Julie.
But if we got what would be a perfect setup for doing this trailer right now?
Is if we scared a Julie.
If we scared a Julie right now.
Yeah.
But we don't have one. Gotta get one. I can't believe between the two of us we don't have a Julie. Brewer, you got a Julie? Not even in your high school? You can't go find one that we can spook?
It's like 700 people. I don't know all of them.
Okay. Do people, maybe they don't name people Julie anymore. Maybe we've run out of Julies. Continue.
A group of teen girls set out to scare their reclusive new neighbor.
Okay.
The prank turns to terror when some of them don't come back. Filmed in real time on a single camera in one interrupted continuous take, the tension film rapidly escalates as the girls' seemingly harmless pranks start to have life-altering consequences.
So I think our friend Julie is home alone.
Oh. Yo, we should go over there.
Okay, that's a really good idea.
Yo, Taylor, breaking into her house to prank her, that's ridiculous. She just moved here, she doesn't even know anybody.
Just go over there, find Julie, sneak up on her. If you want to belong, you just have to go along with stuff.
What happened to Julie? There was something wrapped around her face. Something was wrong with her.
What are you waiting for?
If you're here, we need to leave right now.
It's out now.
The continuous take thing can give you a headache.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it probably works for the story.
It looks good.
It looks good. I think that you had a problem with the masks.
I have a huge problem with the light up masks that they're wearing. They're not scary to me. They look like they're going to a fucking
I
rave.
love those masks.
I don't like those masks. I'm a mask snob.
The only reason that I don't like the only thing that I don't like about the masks is that I think they use them in the Purge,
I don't think they'd use those ones in the Purge.
which I've never seen the Purge, but I'm against the Purge.
Because they use shitty masks in the Purge too.
But I like the masks in the Purge, but I don't like the concept of the Purge because the Purge reminds me of, there's just like Dummies. It reminds me of, there's that band called Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh God.
That's what the Purge reminds me of. I think it's the same people. Like the Purge and listen to that band. It's the same group. Aside from that, let's forget about all that.
Forget about it.
Because we're not here to talk about the Purge
We're
or
talking
Five
about
Finger
Let's
Death
Scare
Punch.
Julie.
We're talking about Let's Scare Julie. Otherwise, this looks like a cool, stylish movie to me.
Yeah. I
Right?
would see it, yeah.
And it's out now, and you can do it. You can do it right now. You can see it.
Watch it for us so we don't have to.
You can enjoy it or not enjoy it to your liking, whatever it is that your tastes are. We're just letting you know it's out there. And now, what you've all been waiting for, it's time for the pick of the week. This is the one we're sure you're going to love.
Yes.
We're sure of it.
I'm sure of it.
For once, Kelly is also sure of it. What is it? It's Bad Candy.
Yeah.
Halloween DJs, Chili Billy and Paul spin a bloody...
Chili Billy?
Yeah, Chili Billy. And Paul spin a bloody and twisted version of this small town's craziest Halloween happenings. So you understand what it is? It's like an anthology piece.
I love anthologies.
And so you got the radio DJs.
Yeah.
They're telling you what's happening, and then cut to spooky stories.
It's perfect.
This is Chili Billy on 66.6 FM.
I got the really good candy.
Trick or treat! Creepy Abby. Your only friends are dead.
Morning! It's Halloween.
The fuck is going on?
Or as we like to call it, Hell Hallows Eve. See? There's no I in team! Can you dig it?
The trailer has a lot of good stuff in it. It has maybe too many kids. I'm not a big fan of kids, but and also we've discussed this before. The DJ in it is the guy from Slipknot.
Corey Taylor.
Slipknot is also like Five Finger Death Punch to me. I feel like that's the same band.
At least they wear cool masks. You don't like that? All right. I love anthologies. I love Halloween. I think I'm gonna love this movie.
But I really like half-naked people with pumpkin heads, which you got in this.
Yeah, perfect.
So that's
Me
pretty
too.
great.
Yeah, we can agree on that.
There's a crazy sex nurse in it.
Perfect.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And you got like the devil mask slasher guy.
Yep.
He looked pretty awesome.
Yep.
Also,
Giant bat monster.
Giant bat monster, and also one thing I love that this movie has in it is people hanging out at the 7-Eleven.
You love when people hang out at the
I
7-Eleven.
love it. I wish we lived in a world, Kelly, where you and I could hang out at the 7-Eleven.
Soon, hopefully.
I would do that. I'd be like, I'll meet you at
would
the.
we do?
We would get Slurpees,
Oh,
and they would hang out out front,
okay.
and then we'd goof on idiots.
Like on a 50 or 60 degree day.
Well, maybe maybe on a it's 60 to 70
Okay.
between that.
Yeah.
So we would be slurping on the Slurpees, and people would come in and out, and we go, look at that fucking joker.
This sounds like Jay and Silent Bob.
Look at that clown. We'd have the best
Look at
time.
that fucking loser.
What's this?
Buying a hot dog.
What's this guy buying? Oh man. And then if we get hungry, we can go in and we can get a snack.
Sounds great.
Yeah. A taquito maybe. Is that what those things are called? That are rolling?
Taquito.
Yeah.
That's a taquito kind. Anyways, this movie looks incredible. We hope you see it. We love you.
No release date is set yet, but just keep your eyes peeled.
Wait, it's not out yet?
No, it says
Oh,
right here, no
fuck.
release date set yet.
All right. Well,
But it'll be out before you know it.
yeah.
And that's it this week for the show. Before we leave, we'll get Rui, the teenage werewolf intern, over here to do the plugs.
Yep.
Oh my God! Bonus jump scare of the week.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
All right, Rui's good at telling you what's happening, so.
Well, you've just watched the Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash Spook Show. You can see us again next week. And in the meantime, you can check out our podcast, the Heavy Leather Horror Show podcast, on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and on the Camping Arse Radio Network, gocampingarse.com. And you can also watch our old show, Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party, on heavyleatherforever.com. Check it out.
You son of a bitch.
Thank you, Rui. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Tony Baloney. Thank you, Tony Coca-Cola. We'll see you next time on...
The Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash Spook Show. Now get the hell out of here.